Good morning and welcome to Dower House Farms, a beef, crops and horse farm, if you can see him behind the sun, in the south of Ireland. Plenty on today. There's the boys enjoying their summer holidays. So yeah, plenty on today. We're gonna go cut some wheat hopefully. We got heifers to get in from grass that are going to market on Monday. We got some straw to bale, feed the cattle, feed the horses. Not riding out now this morning, so let's get into it. So as we do every morning, first things first, feed the horses. Hey Ash. Lovely bit of decoration going on the wall there. Back Ash. And there is our useless dogs, Galty and Pippa. Morning, Tom. Back. Tom is mad for grub this morning. So, we'll get on the JCB load all and get everything pushed in. Morning, boys. I think we gave this pen, maybe the last pen here, a little bit too little last night. So I'll go on to Cow Connect now on my phone and I'll change that to give them 5% extra today. So this is what we like to see when we push in the silage in the morning. About half of them coming up eating, half of them, few of them thinking about coming up, and the rest lying down full. So that's sort of another sign that you have your feeding management fairly bang on. So we'll get a mix on there now. Start by putting in the barley. It's sort of hard for me to record filling the diet feeder because I have to look at my phone to watch how much of everything I'm putting in. So it needs 2 buckets of barley, so I can record this a little bit. Frank is on the job again this morning, but of course other brands are available. Daily weather forecast check going on here. So we'll get 2 bales of oat and straw out here now and get them put out so we can pick them up with the straw blower to bed down the cattle like we do every day. Oat and straw would typically maybe have went for composting for mushrooms or something like that, but there's a savage scarcity of straw this year, so just so all my clients get the straw they need, I'm using this oat and straw for bedding our own cattle. That's fine, it's great, it's doing a good job, it's really high quality, it's really dry, there's great soakage in it. Good job. So we're getting the cattle bedded down, same we do every day. Nice comfy bed, so they'll lie down and put on as much weight as possible. Animal welfare on all Irish farms, is top of the list, because if your animals aren't happy, your animals won't thrive. And if your animals don't thrive, you don't make money. And Irish farms are businesses at the end of the day, and they have to pay money to stay afloat. Even though the majority of them are family farms and they do it for the local farming, it's a very expensive hobby to have if you're not making money. So I'm just on the way to check a field of straw there to see would it be fit to bale or turn or what. And I must walk through this field of red clover silage. This was planted this year, and it was cut about 3.5 weeks ago, maybe 3.5 weeks ago. It has got no chemical fertilizer since. It got 3,000 gallons of slurry. And the first cut tested 18.9 protein and 79 DMD. It's the highest DMD silage I ever got. But this is a serious crop. Firstly, for the cattle, it's they love it. They thrive really well in it. It drives their intake. Secondly, it's a really profitable crop for us because the inputs are low. And thirdly, it's a really good crop for the environment because it doesn't take any chemical fertilizer. It replaces bought-in proteins from around the world, say soya, that is imported from Brazil or Argentina or wherever it's imported from. So we don't buy in any proteins from them countries onto our farm. We grow it ourselves, and they are the three most important points in that order: animal health, profitability for us, and then. So I'm out here looking at this field of straw now. It was cut about a week ago. It won't bale. It wouldn't bale as it is anyway. Look, it's still a bit cold in itself. The headlands are damp now, to be honest. I'm going to get it turned over there now, and hopefully bale it tomorrow evening. There's only 2 good days in the forecast now. Today, which is a chance of showers. Tomorrow is a chance of showers, and it's wet again Monday. So look, it's just a nightmare at the moment. Fairly stressful time for farmers now, but look, it's not the end of the world. It always got done. We'll get it done. Keep the head up anyway. So we're just getting these bundle of calves moved on to the next bit of multi-species there now. Man at you. For any of you wondering why I dropped the phone, that was me getting the shock off the wire. There's a good belt off it anyway. They did a really good job of cleaning out this paddock. They're in it 4 days. I know some of the real hardcore regenerative grazers, if that's what you want to call them, probably wouldn't graze down this tight, but that's not grazed that tight. Like, there's probably about cover of 250 left in it. Some of them say graze a third, leave a third and walk a third into the ground, but at the moment it wouldn't be for me anyway. Look, I prefer to graze a bit tighter, keep the residuals good and keep the herbage ahead of the animals, really high quality, keep them thriving. All the boys enjoying their brekkie. So these are the heifers here that are going to be marketed on Monday. Real nice heifers, grass fed, grass finished, with a small pick of our own winter barley just for the last month, and low input. They won't be very heavy. But they'll meet all the specs. They're a lovely bunch of heifers. So just checking another bunch of calves here now. These will be our smallest bunch of calves. Look, they're still good calves. They're still well ahead of where we had them other years now, to tell you the truth. They're all real healthy with a great old run of calves this year. But I just want to show you the quality of the grass here. So, like, you have a lot of old stemmy stuff here. This will be a low enough clover sward, and it's on a really dry sandy bank. And it's one of the problems you have when you're farming real dry sandy land. This would be drier than our average land, even though our land would be dry. But this bit here, so you could nearly say that this field has sort of half been in drought all summer. So when grass is stressed, it goes to reproduction mode, which means it puts out seed heads, and the quality isn't in that. All the quality is in the leaf. Look, there's still loads of leaf in the sward, but I'm after topping this field already this year. We don't typically do a lot of topping, but I have done this. But it's just been so stressed due to first wet, then cold, then dry. So it's sort of been stressed all year. So yeah, I just wanted to touch a bit there on grass quality. But yeah, calves doing well. There's one fella here with a hunchback, if I can see him. I don't know where he is. There's no fear in it. Oh, there you can actually see him. There he is. Hunchback in Notre Dame. So this is one of our fields of maize. Our maize this year is probably one of our better crops, thank God. It's a very important crop for us, so it's important that we have it good. But if I walk out into the middle of it here, it's that's still on the headland, and I'm 6'1", so 8 or 9 foot tall. Loads of cobs on it, 2 cobs now. My understanding of maize is 1 cob is better than 2. I'm not particularly sure why. I think it's something got to do with the eating quality of the actual cob itself. And if you have 2 cobs, the ratio of cob to grain is higher. So, but look, 2 we have anyway. Not so much in the middle of the field, isn't probably more around the headland, but we were lucky we got this maize in time, and we've brilliant maize this year, thank God. This is grown under the Samco system. So you can see this is the new biodegradable plastic. It's all nearly gone already. Maize works on heat units to produce grain, so you need to have heat to get it going, and you can sow it a little bit earlier if you sow it under plastic. So anyone from Samco now will tell you a hell of a lot more and have a lot more facts about it than me, but yeah, look, we're delighted we put it on. So these are more bulls out grazing multi-species. Still a nice pick from there. These are heavier covers now they're going into. Just something I want to show you sort of about our grazing infrastructure. Come on boys, come on, shift. So every sort of grazing block we have has a passage that links all the paddocks for ease of movement. You can't be wasting, if you're going to do good grazing management, it needs to be quick and efficient. You can't be wasting time. So I'll take down this gap handle there now, and as they're grazing that paddock, this is the paddock at the end of the line. I'll leave them in to graze the passage as well, and there's no ground wasted. All it is a couple of stakes, a few gap handles, and it makes life so much easier. I can, if I'm grazing that paddock there, say, and I want to skip this one, I can just leave them out there, and there's a gap handle just there for the next paddock, and it saves me wasting time putting up temporary wires and all that crack. It's where they're not indeed, the way they're following me. But anyway, just another bit about grazing management. There's more calves grazing multi-species. So I'm just going to set up the wires here now for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, so look, I'm not shifting them today because I want them to graze a bit better, but I don't want to be out working all day tomorrow. I want to get home to my family, so I'm going to set up the wires. They're going up to paddock up there on top of the hill, and all I'll do tomorrow is open that gap, leave them across here, leave them onto the passage, and I'll have the gap up the top of the passage there opened so they can make their way up to the paddock. So it'll be a 2-minute job tomorrow, moving the cattle, instead of half an hour if I was to open that there and put up temporary wires the whole way up along there and all that. So look, it's all about efficiency. We all have families to go home to, so make life as easy as possible. Here comes Big Jim in the T7 and the cattle trailer. We're going to get these heifers loaded up now, get them taken home and get them weighed, get them ready for marketing on Monday. So there's a load of heifers back. We'll get them backed in there now. put them in through the crush, we'll get them weighed, get them red, and be ready to go for first thing Monday morning. Good. That's them all weighed. We'll leave them out now. The grass, bring them in Monday morning, they'll be ready for road. I'm back on the case again and the heaver. Bit of cultivating to do here. It's just the headlands of this field to be done. I left them when I did the middle of the field because there was dung to be drawn in for there's two fields here. The further in field there was dung to be drawn in to be spread there. So I left the headlands and I'm going to do that now. So there's a cover crop sat in this field. For any of you not familiar with a cover crop is the reason we grow a cover crop. So we had whole crop wheat in here. That's one species of a plant, but the more species of a plant you grow in a field, the more different types of bacteria, because there's different types of bacteria and fungi and soil life live around all the different roots in the different type of species of plants. So we grow, after we harvest this field, rather than leave it idle for the year and soil erosion happening, we plant a cover crop. So that is Phacelia, that's red clover, that's Phacelia again, buckwheat, there's some vetch here if I can find it, that's some vetch, more red clover, more Phacelia, buckwheat. So yeah, so we grow these cover crops. It's an environmental reason to stop leaching of nitrogen out of our soils over the winter when we're not growing a cash crop in them, and to help improve the soil structure and the microbial life in our soil. So by having different species, we bring different types of microbes into the soil, because the host for the different species of roots or the roots for the different types of species are hosts for different bacteria and soil life. So look, this is another environmental measure we take. We've been doing this for 10 years. We're now being paid to do it for different schemes, but my father was ahead of the curve. He's been doing this for a long time before we were ever getting paid. Sometimes we graze these cover crops with cattle in the autumn or the spring. We always graze responsibly, because you have to remember, unfortunately, no cutting corn again today. Tried it there again, it's still 23%. This is mind numbing now at this stage, but I gave the crush yard a bit of a clean out there, a job I've been meaning to do for God knows how long. So that's another job done now. I'm just going to run up there now and see the last group cattle that I didn't see yet today. Going to push in the silage and get one or two bits of gear ready for the morning there, because hopefully we'll get harvesting tomorrow and just have everything ready. I'm going to head home then. So I was passing this field. I said I'd give you a rundown on what I did here. So the rest of the field is spread off for reseeding. Hopefully get that done this week. This paddock should have been reseeded now also. It was really badly poached in the spring, so production all summer would have been very poor. So what I did, I came along one day and any seed that was in the back of the shed, I threw it into the Missouri and I just stitched it in. Red clovers, vetches, cereals, Phacelia, rye, anything I could find. Threw it all into the hopper, mixed it up and threw it out. It's after being grazed a couple of times, and the vetch is still there, the Diablo Phacelia, the red clover is still there. It should have been reseeded now, but I'm going to leave it and reseed it next year. I just wanted to see would this rejuvenate a paddock enough to get an extra year out of it without reseeding, say, a paddock that was poached. Also, my thinking behind this is we're dry here. Usually June, July can be fairly hungry months here. We burn up. So if I've paddocks, say, that are set to be sprayed off in the autumn for reseeding, like these paddocks, I will stitch in a summer cover of red clover, vetch, maybe oats in April time, late April, let it grow mad and hopefully graze it then. So get into real high covers of probably 3,000 or 4,000 and hopefully graze it in June or July if we have a drought. It's only an idea. It mightn't work. I'm always looking for these little angles and doing these bits of experiments. But again, look, red clover, nitrogen saving, another environmentally friendly practice done on the farm. Dog check. Useless dog number 2. Useless dog number 1. For those of you familiar with ponies, you'll know this full well. And for those of you who aren't familiar with ponies, this might surprise you. But Ash is coming in. He doesn't need to be let in. He knows there's grub and hay waiting in the stable for him, so he doesn't have time to be waiting for us. So Ash now will toddle off down to the stable himself, and he'll be there eating the nuts when we go down. But if there isn't nuts in the stable from when you leave him off, he'll go into the stable, he'll have one look, and he'll go back out and he'll be eating the mam's grass. So, useless dog number 1, Pip, is on guard. And there's Ash having his feed. Night, Ash. Now, same as any other evening, last job, push in the silage to the cattle, and just gives you an opportunity to have a quick look that they're all looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I'm going to leave it there now for today. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share it. I'm on 100 or something like 30 followers or something, or 40 followers, subscribers, so I'd love to try and get to 100 by tomorrow evening. 100 in the first week I would consider a major success. I know, humble beginnings and all that, but hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. So please like, subscribe and share for more. I really appreciate it, and thanks everyone who took the time to watch the video, and we'll see you tomorrow.